The good, the bad, the ugly. Several good stories today. Bad stories, ugly stories. There's a new record that's been set by 6 South Florida sisters. Well, they're petitioning Guinness to say they do hold the record now. Their ages combined, these are 6 sisters. Now, this is a record that has been recently set, but now we think it's been passed. The Rios sisters were on hand for Teresa Rios' 106th birthday. There are 6 siblings, all girls. 106, 99, 95, 94, 93, and 85. You add those together, that's 575 years. And they are saying they are the oldest combo of 6 siblings on Earth.
It seems like it.
I don't think you can challenge that. Now, there used to be 12. Now there are 6.
There were 12 sisters?
There were 12 siblings. Now there are 6. The current record is held by 6 sisters from Missouri. We talked about them 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
They are 571 years old combined, and it's verified. These ladies say, we just got our birth certificates together. We can verify this. We have it. So when they went for Teresa Rios' 106th birthday, Guinness is on hand. They're reviewing the documents now to see. Again, 106, 99, 95, 94, 93, and 85. 85 is the baby.
It's 21 years from oldest to youngest living.
That's right.
Wow.
So in the middle, you had some others that passed away. Their total combined age 4 years higher than the 6 women from Missouri who were at 571.
This is one of those times where you think, as a man, what must, because we'll never know the answer, but it seems like Mrs. Rios, long dead, must have been pregnant for more than 20 years.
Yeah, she had 12 babies. That's right. She was pregnant forever.
How can you even live a life?
Oh, I don't know. She was just spent her whole life pregnant or getting pregnant.
I mean, clearly at some point, the older kids begin to take care of the younger kids.
Yes.
That's the only way I think a family like that could survive.
Because the oldest is 21 years older than the youngest. Also, do you notice something here? Women, in both cases, where they're the siblings that have the longest lives, the women in Missouri, there are 6 of them, and they're all women. There are 6 of these. They're also all women. No men survived to those ages.
Yeah. I mean, of that generation, the men went to war.
Yeah.
There are lots of wars.
Yeah, that's right.
But men normally die
earlier.
They do.
Earlier than women. I mean, that's just fact. They drive us to it. Right to the grave.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in there, Biggie. When you said up until the end, I don't think that's fact.
Well, women do have a longer lifespan. I mean, on average,
accurate.
You know,
Ask any insurance agent.
They'll tell you what are the actuarial tables.
That's it.
Tell you women.
Once they bury us, their work is done. It's a lot less stress. They've done their part. They get to live on another 10, 15 years in glory.
And what do you always say? Most men's last words are, finally. Thank God. Take me.
This is enough.
You've said that. You've said that about most men. You know, when I read that, made me proud. Racket sports extend your life 8 to 10 years. They said, that's right. They said tennis.
Where did you read that?
I read that in Racket Sports Weekly. Racket sports have been shown, evidence is out there now that tennis, pickleball, racquetball,
ping pong,
badminton, extend your life 8 to 10 years.
That goofy game people play on the beach?
Yeah, that thing. That thing back and forth. I never liked
knock, knock, go chase the ball.
Do you know what they said in the article? The reason. Physically it's good for you.
That's what I was thinking. Movement,
outside. Older people can play, especially pickleball or the knock game on the beach, even ping pong. But the mental aspect of it, they say that the ball is coming at you at a fairly high rate of speed, and you have less than a second to decide, here's where I want to hit this shot. So you have to make a mental calculation without even really knowing it. Every time the ball comes back to you, I have to, within a second, figure out here's where I want to hit the ball. That's interesting, isn't it? That it works your mind and works your body at the same time.
Your buddy the Diesel has played 3 racket sports in his lifetime.
He's a racquetball.
Not counting badminton or ping pong.
That's right. He
was a racquetballer, tennis,
and now pickleball. And he played, you're right, he played ping pong, I'm sure, growing up, you know.
We have a friend, I don't think Biggie's met him, but Kelly and I have a friend who is undergoing surgery today on his Achilles, which he tore playing pickleball for the second time in his life.
Only played for the second time. I felt so bad because
I just found out yesterday.
now that's my fear. You know, as I play, and I play quite often, that if I ever get like a serious Achilles or knee injury or something like that, I'd be like, oh God, you know, because you just don't want that.
Do you think you would do like so many other real athletes?
Yes.
You know, would say, I can't wait to get back out there.
Oh, yeah.
Or would you just say, it's not for me?
I'd have to get back out there. I would try, but I'd wonder now if I think I'd be very hesitant. You know, I'd really want to make sure it was back and healed before I went back out there. Because if you re-injure it, then I think you're in trouble.
I had a friend from Virginia. We had dinner the other night before the Crowded House show, and he told me that he has a replacement hip and knee. And you know what he told me about his hip? Outpatient.
Really?
Outpatient. He said they did the surgery at like 10. He did his first rehab at 1, and he was home at 2.
Good Lord, that's unbelievable.
And he said the hip is actually way easier to rehab than a knee because there are fewer moving parts.
I didn't realize that. I thought the hip would be bigger, you know, harder to do.
I guess the biggest part is just the incision healing.
You know, the other thing they said about the racket sports, by the way, physical, mental, and it requires a partner. It requires an opponent, and oftentimes you play doubles, so it's social interaction as well. So you're building a community at the same time.
You going to bring that up over the net tonight?
Guaranteed.
You guys are saving my life.
Guaranteed. Oh, we pickle pals always say that. It's like we're a community out here, you know.
Let's gently touch our tips.
Yep.
To signify the bond.
I told you I played a tournament out of town. One guy's like, how's the scene over there, man? I was like, yeah, it's happening.
Oh, it's happening.
It's happening.
It's all happening.
Yeah. And he meant pickleball. I thought he meant like the entertainment scene. It's like, oh, we are out there.
You wouldn't believe it, man.
What's the pickle scene like?
Liana, you're talking about how many kids you have in your family. We talked about the siblings. There are 6 of them left. Their ages combined 575 years. Go ahead.
Hi, it's Ayana.
Oh, Ayana.
Yes.
I apologize.
Yes, no worries. My mother had 15 children, so she was having babies from 1948 to 1975.
Wow.
And my mother and her 3 oldest kids all had babies the same year. So I graduated high school with a nephew and 2 nieces.
Wow. Good Lord. That's unbelievable. Man.
Yes, I don't know how she did it.
I don't either. I don't either.
Yeah, I don't know how people do that.
Well, maybe one of these days.
You lean on the other members of the family.
You all could be in the Guinness Book of World Records eventually.
Maybe. Yeah. You know
so.
what? The bottom 5. The bottom 5 will shoot for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck.
Ayana, I appreciate that. And great to hear from you. She had a great voice. I want you to start phonetically spelling the names. I want you to start phonetically doing that. That's a problem for me.
I know.
You just embarrassed me out here.
I always, when it comes to names, I always struggle with this. I thought about putting I-Yana.
Yes.
So maybe you'd see that, but then I didn't want you to be like, Yana.
That's exactly Biggie how Kelly would have read it.
So, so that's why I was like, I'm just going to go with it. Hopefully he's seen this spelling before.
I didn't know, and I thought it was an L. I thought you had accidentally had a lowercase L. It was an uppercase I. I think you should have spelled it like EYE-Yana.
Yana.
I think it made me look bad out here. It made me look bad, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do you need a bigger prescription lens, Kelly, on your readers?
Well, maybe that was one.
What's your number?
I'm up to a 2.0. That's getting pretty high.
Okay.
I started at 1.25, and I'm all the way up to a 2.0.
I like how you thought I immediately spelled something wrong, though.
I looked right in at him. You son of a bitch. Look at that. You knew what you were doing.
I really struggled with it.
I don't care for that.
Sometimes I make people use easier names to say. I should have done it with
her. You should have just be Mary or something. Come on.
My name's Ayana. Today it's Jenny.
Sorry, Ayana. You can't be Ayana anymore.
You can say Jenny.
Exactly. The other good story of the good, the bad, the ugly, a homeless gentleman has gotten thousands of dollars after he went viral while singing a song, also from England. He sang this song, and it went viral in London.
Yeah, I like it. It's a little tune.
Stop the rib, you stop your whole everything. Band is blowing Dixie, double 4 time.
Yeah, man.
You feel alright when you hit up here. way on down south. Way on down south. When you step inside, you don't see too many faces.
Now, I'll say that's pretty good. Sultan's a swing.
Definitely talented.
And so they started to GoFundMe for him, and now he's got, I want to say, $5,600 so far donated to him because he sang that song. Once in a while, that'll happen. Remember the guy with the great radio voice who was homeless?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
He wound up being like the Kraft, for a minute, the Kraft macaroni and cheese voice.
Yeah.
But
He
then
fell back on hard
times. Yeah,
Unfortunately, I believe his addictions came back because he started making money.
exactly right. So this guy,
That's why Kelly gives no one money.
correct. Just the other day, I was at the old trading post.
Yeah.
And a guy walked up to me, shuffled up to me, and said, "Excuse me, sir, can you buy me a meal?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't have any cash." I said, "I'm getting some spinach in there. If you want something to get you a bag of spinach."
Would you like a spoonful of guacamole?
He said no. He said no to that. He wanted me to go over to the Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not making that trip.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, that's what he wanted. I said, I'm
You
not
sure
buying
he was homeless?
I'm not buying that. I
Just
said, I
not
will
willing to
not.
spend that kind of money.
I'll send you across the street to Wendy's.
But, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I am not letting you into my
I'm
place.
not going to. That's right.
I'm just saying, if you're really struggling to then get picky on it.
Yeah. There's a Taco Bell half a mile away.
That's right. I'm not doing that. I said, I'll bring out a bowl of hummus. And he's like,
Yeah.
even I'm
I'd really like a chicken sandwich.
I said, no.
No, you get almond butter and like it.
I'm not doing that. That's right. That's right. They call that guy, that singer, a busker. I don't know what busker means. That's another one I don't know. What is that?
A busker is someone who just entertains on the street for money.
That's what he was.
I think it's derived from English.
Yeah.
Because I think they do it on the subways.
I don't know. I see that word from time to time, and it's another one of those I avoid, like necrophilia. I don't know what those words mean, so I just don't say them.
I always thought busker was just somebody who performed just in the subway.
Well,
Yeah.
he was either on the streets or in the subway. But he now has almost $6,000 because people heard him, put him on social media. Ugly story. This is Ugly Boy. And we will have our official attorney, Lisa Lanier, comment on this tomorrow at this time. I can't imagine this woman not getting money in a lawsuit. Her husband, at age 70, they were on vacation. They own a vacation property in Florida. They're from Alabama. And they went down there, and a guy named Warren Bryan with his wife Beverly, visiting their own vacation property in Okaloosa County, the guy started to have stomach pains pretty bad. So they went to the emergency room there in Florida. The doctor said, you got to have your spleen taken out. You have a swollen spleen. It's terrible. It's going to rupture. We have to take it out immediately. The couple, they're from Muscle Shoals, Alabama. She says, I want to go back and see our regular doctor. The folks there at the hospital in Florida said, there's really no time. I mean, we can let you go, but it's against medical advice. You really need to stay and get this surgery. So they did it against their own best instincts. And during the surgery, Dr. Thomas Shevnosky removed the spleen. And then after the spleen was removed, said, this is not a spleen. It's a liver. And the guy died on the table. As you can imagine, because he had no liver. They accidentally removed the liver. Now, the spleen is on the different side of the body than the liver. And this guy thought, oh, God, after the fact.
Oh, right, lefty, righty, lefty, loosey.
Jeez.
Righty, righty.
He said, apparently his assistant said, that's awfully big for a spleen.
Well, I told you it was infected.
I hate to laugh. It's not funny.
Horrific.
It's not funny. It is horrific. The liver.
Are they just kind of brown masses?
Yes, that's right.
Most organs don't look like they look.
That's right.
Like I think we imagine them.
The spleen is on the upper left side of the abdomen next to the stomach and is significantly smaller than the liver, which is on the right side. And the surgeon was confused and removed the wrong organ. Now, here's the thing. It's the second time he's done something like that. He had a wrong organ removal a couple of years ago. The wife has found this out and is suing the hospital for everything they have. And I think
Have
she
you
should
any
win.
idea how much I'm going to sue you for?
I mean, my God.
This is Florida, sweetheart. We're capped.
That's the one
she's
thing.
capped.
Yeah, I guarantee you she is.
Oh, you think?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
She's gonna
Guarantee
get. It's gonna be like a $250,000 at the most.
I think she should get. I can't even tell you how much.
But that's one thing about Florida. They cap it.
I guarantee you Florida's capped.
I'm emotional. I would uncap that thing. I would say, let's. I want.
Just turn on the spigot and let the money come out.
money just flow out. I want millions and millions. My God.
You want the hospital burned to the ground.
Yes. And this doctor should never be able to cut. He shouldn't be able to cut a sandwich. This guy You can't even put a knife in his hand at this point. It's twice he's done
He
it.
can't carve the turkey at Thanksgiving.
That's right. He had a wrong site surgery a year ago where he removed a portion of a patient's pancreas instead of doing the adrenal gland resection, which was supposed to be done. So he has.
I think right then and there, I'd have been like,
That's it. You get
Is
one
he
shot
aging?
at this.
Does he have?
I'm not sure of his age. That's a good question.
They may find something horrible about this guy. You don't even want to speculate.
I mean, he sounds like he's just incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's one thing to mess up a name when you're a DJ.
Ask Alana. What'd you call her? Lana?
Lana. She's Ayana.
Ayana.
Yeah, ask Lana. It's one thing to butcher a name. You're butchering livers.
Human.
Here. All right, you're butchering humans here. I like what you said. You're not even allowed to carve the turkey on Thanksgiving. Exactly right.
why did Biggie put a Y in Lana?
Darn dang. Make me look like a fool in here.